cart, dog. I ain't ready for the cart. I'm ready for the fart. Y'all ready to cart it up, dog? We get ready to get down. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, is that another Lane Staley? Lane Staley from Alice in Chains, everybody. Give it up for another. Oh, yeah. Oh, did Lane Staley leave? Okay, looks like. Is it Peter Griffin and Tim Pool are still here? I don't know if that's I don't know if that's Tim Pool, but that Lane Staley was inspirational. Oh well, there's plenty of Lane Staleys that show up. So to represent Alice in Chains, yeah. Shayo, Adrian from Spain. Yo, Adrian. Mario Kart 8. Mondays Deluxe. Fab Rick of the Space Time Continuum. Nintendo Switch. Online. Worldwide. Let's do it. Yeah, Nintendo Switch 2 wasn't the best selling console of all time. It's selling 10.9 million units, which is great, but it's nowhere in the top of the best selling of all time. The best selling console of all time is, you guessed it, PlayStation 2. Yeah, I played PlayStation 2 back in the day, and my God, I was having a great time with Crash Bandicoots, a lot of their RPGs, and I was really having a great time with, Grand Theft Auto. But I was having an amazing time with this game called Star Wars Battlefront 2, and that was my jam back in the day. I was really enjoying that. So, yeah, I can understand why PlayStation 2 was one of the biggest selling consoles of all time. It had some amazing games on it, yeah. That's not a surprise at all. Yeah, usually the console that does the best can get a lot of great games on it. So it has a great gaming library, and also it has a lot of good really good third party games. So get the finest production studios on board for your console, and your console is going to be a great big success. If not, well, it's going to suck ween balls. I had a third instead of a turd. All right. So here's how we're going to do this attempt at winning the lottery on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to old school Nintendo 64 skill. So the first phase, we're going to try to just generate some flow. And so we're going to try to win a few bucks on the Texas two-step, and then tomorrow go all the way into, depending on what the loot haul is, go on the 900 million for the Mega Millions. Yeah, if I won like a big lottery right before Christmas, that would be like pretty much like the greatest Christmas you could ever have, probably. It would probably be like the greatest Christmas most mortals could ever have. Yeah, if that were the case, but we'll see. We'll try. We'll at least try. Andrew Tate's inspirational email today was 99% of failure is quitting and 1% is death. And so I don't know if that's exactly accurate, but that's inspirational. So Saltnass from France. Yo, Adrian, Spain. All right, see what the deal is. Maddie. Ooh. Who's Maddie's daddy? Oh, yay. Mm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a gorgeous day outside. Lots of people outside already. People just, you got the usual gossip grandmas and stuff. And then you got people that usually I don't see talking to each other. You got some old men out talking. So it's an absolutely perfect day. The high is 61 and the low is 40. So maybe a little bit less, but pretty much 40 for at least one more morning. So yeah, the weather's absolutely perfect. May not be to this level of perfection in a while. Shit. All right, I'm getting my butt raped over here. I'm not gonna get so angry at this one. I know that yesterday earlier session with a whole bunch of coffee, I was kind of like, fuck. This one's gonna be like one with less. Have I even said fuck once? Well, I mean, in an angry sense. But yeah, probably gonna be low on the f bombs, maybe. Maybe depends on how this goes. Dang, they smoked my butthole, huh? They got lurk. Oh, fuck. Butts. All right, we still eked out a win, even though that was close, huh? Fuck butts. Fuck butts. Big Mama. Big Mama. Yeah. So if I do compliment a woman's beauty, so somebody either says, "Oh, that's creepy," or the other thing, they go, "Oh, I agree with you. She's very beautiful," and that's about it. Yeah, it's the creepsters. I think they're just jealous that they're not getting complimented. Um, you know, basically what happened was women wanted total control of society, and they started to even try to regulate, mate selection to. Uh, they basically wanted to be able to not only just vote, they not only wanted to have political power and and have access to the money, but then eventually they also wanted to have supreme mate selection, which means that they wanted to, even ugly and fat women wanted to get uh, basically ugly and fat women that were not dime pieces were trying to get men of really good quality. So it was 90% of women were chasing 10% of the top elite men. And so that's why the fertility rate went down. And so because fat, not so attractive women were dating beyond or trying to marry up beyond their means, and so beyond their looks. And so that's basically what was happening there. Just it's basically like ultra feminism. And plus the feminists that were straight and they weren't having children, they were just fucking around and having one night stands and stuff. So That's another reason the fertility rate was falling. It wasn't all men's fault because men are not the gatekeepers of sex. Women are. So if men are playing video games and jacking off and not giving a fuck, that's not really it is their fault to a certain extent, but it's not like that the women share no uh, culpability and responsibility in that matter. Yeah, the women are not blameless innocents. That's for sure. But I'm not anti-women. I'm just saying that's what women do in the postmodern era. Yeah, they just yeah. Shit. I got fucking smoked on that. Fuck. What the fuck was that shit? Yeah, it's like if you get 6, it only gives you like 4 points, but if you fucking lose, then it takes off like 30 points or some fucking bullshit. What a fucking algorithmic butt fuck. This game is basically like the government. You work harder and they take more money. It's like, good God, good grief. We have coming up on the 13th is going to be the 30th anniversary of James Bond's GoldenEye. So I know I'm not going to be the only YouTuber or person celebrating it. So uh, I I'm just going to play GoldenEye 007 and try to beat it. I think will be what I'm going to try to do. I don't know if there's going to be a party. I don't know if there's actually going to be a plan for this. Yeah. So I don't know what the schedule is. It might be really hectic leading into Thanksgiving. So yeah, I have to see how things go. If I win the Mega Millions and I have like $5,000, I'm probably gonna open up a case of brewskis or something like that. But if it's just like nothing's happening, then yeah, I might just play Goldeneye and that's about it. And that's going to be the extent of the party is just the celebration. Maybe a review of James Bond Goldeneye and retrospective and review, and then like my review of Goldeneye. And as someone who was 15 when Goldeneye came out 30 years ago, way back when, yeah, I have some interesting things to say about it. I do believe I saw it in the theaters. I want to say I did because I was super excited about a James Bond movie because there hadn't been one since I was like, you know, uh, 9 years old at that point. So since Timothy Dalton had the role, so trying to fuck that when the algorithms butt fucking you, they give you shitty power ups at the end. Yeah, biatch. Okay. So a lot of people in my family aren't really looking forward to GoldenEye Day, and it's not really first on their concern, first on their mind. Most of my family is focusing on Thanksgiving, which is like, I think it's I think it's one of, I want to say Thanksgiving can be a wonderful holiday, but it ends up being, as you get older, it ends up being more of a dreadful holiday, and like one that family members don't really increasingly don't want to participate in because elders have gotten older, maybe more immobile, people live in other states. And I think even the most loving families, I think the most loving, the most tight knit Jewish family, the most tight knit Christian, like the tightest family, the biggest, happiest, tightest family you could ever think of, still, I bet that they, in some ways, wish that they could just stay home on Thanksgiving if they celebrate it at all. Because, like the level of coordination. So my family's excuse over the years not to have Thanksgiving really has been, well, the business failed, and Granny's had 2 strokes, and just a bunch of excuses not to do it. Like things are so expensive and all that stuff. So, and those are real. Those are not just excuses; they're actually really good reasons not to have Thanksgiving. Okay, so this is my dream for a perfect Thanksgiving. All right, yeah, just less people. All right, just a few people, but you still make everything. You still make the turkey. You still make the gravy. You still make, the pies and then all that stuff. Now, the last Thanksgiving was, I mean, the food was excellent, uh, but my stepdad was sort of pouting or brooding or something like that. So, like, I don't know if he was brooding about the situation or if he was brooding about his business failing. He was definitely just pouting the whole Thanksgiving. And so to me, having a holiday is about kind of like, yeah, you spend time with your family, but you don't pout, like do that. I'm not saying if you're unhappy that you should smile the whole time. I'm saying that like don't bring it down just because whatever you didn't succeed at your business, or whatever, the economy wasn't good, or don't bring the shit down for everybody else. If so, that's all I'm saying. All right, see how my aerial navigation is going to be. All right. Oh, no, 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 that little fucker. That piece of shit. Oh, someone nails his fucking ass. That piece of wiener shit. Oh, we got it. Number one. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? What? How was that? That's like. Uh-uh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, so I was the king. I got number one. I kind of got lucky getting number one on that one. That was kind of lucky. I'm really good at Peach Gardens, but that was like it's like basically like a you know how sometimes you have people that play football and they know every move and they know exactly what the enemy's going to do. Like that's how my photographic eidetic memory can work sometimes. It's like sometimes I could just get lucky because I can kind of like predict, you know, I mean, like what usually will happen just out of experience. It doesn't mean that I can tell the future. It just means I know what the pattern is. That's different. That's eidetic photographic memory. Sometimes it's a blessing. Sometimes it's a curse because people can't tell the future. At least, you know, not really. But sometimes you can, like Mark Twain said, the history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. That's very true. And that's really the concept behind uh, photographic eidetic memory is that history doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes, as the great Samuel Clemens once said. It's Mark Twain. Yeah. So basically, with photographic eidetic memory, I can memorize the pattern that Julie puts the stapler in the drawer, and then you know somebody asks me, "Hey Scott, where's the stapler at?" Well, I know that Julie usually puts it in the third drawer down on the right, and so usually I can recall that. Doesn't mean she didn't put it somewhere else. It just means that usually, under normal circumstances, yeah. Oh, so what about that? Right? Uh, okay. Shit. That's actually really good. Let's use it. Let's blast their ass. Boom. See ya. Wanna be all right. Let's bring it home, baby. Yeah. Nothing much but the touch. Oh yeah, what was the we had more than two problems. What was the also see how that was better. Dude. This guy sucked. Oh, that little bastard. Fucking had it. All right, we're going to get back into our rhythm because these little fuckers keep falling. All right, we're going to go back into photographic memory mode. We're going to try to get back in it. Yeah, they're going to try to copy my maneuvers. That's fine. All right, we're going to go Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. If we do well on this one, we'll just probably bow out at a big O 106, maybe. Let's go Ghost Protocol again. Yeah. Fuck. Shit. I'm in trouble. All right, let's try to get it. Let's rock this bitch. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just leave it out. Are we good? Let's see what the stats are. Are we over 106? Oh, we're 106.03. That's nice. Okay, that's good. Peace. That was a very successful one. Got real lucky on that becoming the King Fab Rick of the space-time continuum, at least for a little while. God bless. It's good to be the king. So God bless and best of success. Peace. As always.